out. Stepping up now, Rhys Hoskins. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Goodrum moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly.
Center fielder, George Springer.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. One and one. One out, nobody on. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though. That fastball that's high in the zone.
Hit sharply, but foul down the right side.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
A bouncer up the middle, scooped up on the backhand, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
You know, D-Row, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
Behind 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Third baseman, number 2, Alex Bregman.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Springer leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1 left for Houston. They're down 7-1. Evan Gattis now standing in. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one, and one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Gaddis, or El Oso Blanco as he's referred to in Latin American countries. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounder down the line at third. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And we see that these guys currently sit 5th best in the American League in that category.
Shot ready.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little bouncer that rolls foul for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball's fouled off to the left, and he falls behind now 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Digging in once again, Jose Altuve. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
What?
Ground over to first. Oh, what a dive. What a play. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Shortstop, Carlos Correa.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Williams is working a real gem here in his major league debut. Any of his doubters won't have a lot to say, at least after this one.
You'd like to see them get him out of here before he leaves with a bad taste in his mouth. He was really pretty much in control of this game for the first 5-6 innings, and as these pitches and innings have started to mount up, you can just see that he isn't quite as sharp, and he's not getting the swings and misses that he did early on in this game.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
The 1-2. High in the air out towards shallow right. Goodrum is under it. 2 gone. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Hoskins.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing by Hoskins, and this is driven to deep left. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
Yeah, as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
Here's George Springer. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Sent on the ground out to second.
Anderson picks it up.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A swing and a ground ball to third. And a good throw gets him one gone. Ready for another shot now. Alex Bregman, 1-for-2 in the ball game thus far.
Alex Bregman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a fastball chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. The 1-2. This is skied into short left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready once again, Evan Gattis. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Evan Gattis.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a breaking ball. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 1-1. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Set to start the 9th now from Space City, Houston, Texas, as we continue our presentation.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Tigers, number 30.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
8-2 tonight's final. The Detroit Tigers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Pat Williams earns his first win of the season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Lance McCullers was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark